Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Big Poppa T-Mo. We're doing a little beginner's guide to No Man's Sky. We are on our second planet now, and we are looking for a place to build our first base. We need to build a base computer, and the spot we were in before was this big old hole in the ground that I just really didn't like. So you don't have to necessarily do the base computer exactly what it tells you to. So if you don't like the location, don't stay there. Also, we don't even have to stay on this planet. If this was a really, really crappy weather planet, I would suggest getting off of it, but this is what I like about this particular planet. We have copper deposits, we have uranium deposits, we have salt deposits, all relatively close by. And that's going to be rather useful in the future. We're going to click on that one there. Copper is going to be more useful early on in the game than the uranium or the salt. The salt is crafting material for much later on in the game. The uranium becomes useful sooner because it can be used as a fuel, and it's also a building material for certain things in the near future. Unidentified mineral. That looks like a cactus. That's a mineral? So it is. So like I said, I wasn't feeling that spot. So we came over here, and I'm liking this one a little bit more. I wish we had an advanced mining laser. That'll come in time. The advanced mining laser allows you to get much better resources. Okay, so there's a copper deposit. That's a good thing to have nearby. There's a cargo drop in the very near distance. Salt, damaged machinery, another copper deposit. There was a uranium close by as well. There's the uranium. That's even visible from here. Got some life forms, some buried technology. We probably rode right by that or walked right by that. And then there's some more nodes there. This is this feels a little bit more like home, guys. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and build our base computer. Now, with the base computer, one of the goofy things that this does is you don't want to put it exactly where you want to build your building, because once you put it down, you can't pick it back up without destroying your base. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. Searching cartographic archives. Universal Archive search reveals no prior claims on this site. Sonar test confirms site is suitable for construction. Claim site. Yes, we will. The other thing is later on when you bring your ship back here, particularly when you teleport into your base from afar, your ship's going to land relatively close to this computer. So we want to build a little bit off to the side from it, and that will solve problems for you later. Accessing log from previous user. Entry 4925D follows. Storm sweeping across but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while need to back soon. Let's download some plans. This has given us the pattern for a wall that takes 40 carbon. Now, there are also construction blueprints that were brought in aside from that, and I'll show you that in just a moment. Just shows them one at a time, but what we're going to do is we're going to blast out some carbon real quick. Carbon and radon. Radon's not going to be very useful yet. We're probably going to sell that in the very near future. And we were in a Viking system, so we're going to kill something. Oh, now I feel bad for killing him without having inventory space. what we wanted was the mordite that came with him. Let's go ahead and recharge our radiation protection real quick. And then next we're going to put down our signal booster. And then we're going to put down our portable refiner. We're going to fill up our portable refiner with some fuel. And while we're doing some other stuff, we're going to put the rusted metal in because that makes ferrite dust at a 1-to-2 ratio. For every 1 rusted metal, we get 2 ferrite dusts. And that should have also freed up some inventory space. Now, another tip and trick, while we're out and about, if you find yourself away from your ship, left pad down or left arrows down, come over here to the ship icon, go ahead and up, and then find it where it turns green, hit the X, and if you have launch thruster fuel, your ship will come to you. Don't need any other device. We're going to jump in real quick and I'll show you what I mean by launch thruster fuel. Right now we are at 0% and it shows you that to refuel it you either need uranium or Starship launch fuel. We don't have either one of them, so we're going to go here and go over that. We need either metal plating and dihydrogen, which we have the makings of metal plating, and we're going to make one of those. And we need 5 dihydrogen and 1 metal plating to make more, but we only need the 1. You always want to make sure that this is filled up, so if you do need to call your ship, you always have that option. It is super, super, super important. Now back to what I was going to do. Mining laser is not the best weapon in the world, but for these little peaceful guys, not that big of a deal. Just make sure that there is not a sentinel nearby. If you kill him with a sentinel nearby, you have basically triggered the sentinel's defensive abilities. Also, this may upset the other local creatures, where you might get a spouse of the creature you just killed, or a parent of the creature you just killed, or a child come after and attack you. So be prepared. Sometimes you need to defend yourself. That is uranium right there. That is so nice and close. Now what we're going to do is we'll come up here with our terrain manipulator, get it on the smallest of the bolts, and we're just going to take the top off of this deposit. We don't need a lot of uranium, but as you saw, it is launch fuel. So this is a good thing to have in your inventory so that you don't ever run out of launch fuel. And like I said, we don't need a ton of it. So we're not going to mine that whole thing out. Grab some carbon. Ooh, look at this, guys. Look where we parked near. There's a building. It's an ocular array. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I'm not going to squirrel on it that we have things that we have to do. Now we have a corpse on the ground, so we're just going to push that away. Go away, dead guy. Okay. Grab this very dusted sodium. Oop, overheated. Now we're going to go into our construction menu, basic components, wooden components, and we're going to start off with a floor panel. Can't do another one there because I was standing there. Now if you see over on the right, it says base not uploadable. We only have 7 of 8 things done. And of course the weather is about to change. We're about to get a storm. So we're going to do this a little bit faster. Because we want some shelter. Okay, now if we stand back here, you'll notice that the radiation protection is stabilizing. Now I'm building a very specific way here because I know what we're going to need in the very, very near future. We're going to have to build something else in just a moment. And actually over here, what I want to do is go back into the build, going to L2, and then X that out and get rid of that wall. Then come back here and put the wall there and there. Then we're going to put up a door here and here. What that does is it totally encloses in this space. So we are safe from the elements. Now what we can do is we can come back out here. Ooh, storm's pretty bad. That's pretty rough. I'm going to grab that, back out of this. Pick up our portable refiner. Run back inside real quick. You know it's radioactive when it leaves the signature on the outside of your HUD after you're inside. Now you notice we have a whole bunch of new things available. We're going to pop that down. Let's see what else we have here. We have portable technology. We have the signal booster, portable refiner, and a base computer like normal. Back down into that. Farming. This is just, it says flora containment and a part of farming, but it's just decorative. I'm pretty sure I've never found a use for it other than looking pretty. And then specialist terminals. We have the construction terminal, which we need to build in just a moment. So we need to get some pure ferrite. So what we need to do now is load this puppy back up with a little bit of fuel. Throw some ferrite dust in there. And at a 1-to-1 ratio, we're going to go ahead and make 250 pure ferrite. Now I believe the storm is done. So while that's processing, we're going to jump on out of here, run over to our base. Construction largely a success. Recovered salvage technology from nearby. Plans logged. Scans indicate additional subterranean devices beginning search. Download the plans. Notice how they even mention subterranean stuff. Tells you that you can go find the blueprint pieces for that, or blueprint fuel, not fuel, currency. Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I have access to their plans and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. Yes, you can. Teaches you how to make a blueprint analyzer, which requires a carbon nanotube and magnetized ferrite. Now to make magnetized ferrite, we have to further process the pure ferrite. We'll do that in a moment too, but first we need to construct a construction terminal. Overheated. Now this is why I left this little section here outside. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here, go to that. Oh, totally forgot we needed our pure ferrite, which we were already processing. Let's grab the pure ferrite out of the processor. Multitasking. We're going to put the rest of the rusted metal in there, make another 52 pure ferrite. Replace what we're just about to use. And I clicked off on it before it showed you what it did. It says we need to hire a base overseer, and the base overseer can be found on the local space station. So we need to go off planet to hire somebody, but we got to sign off for now. That's as far as we're going to get. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe and see the future updates. Till next time.